Thank you, President Tony. First of all, it is a pleasure to be here. I look forward to this particular program every year to recognize the 2015 Charlotte Rotary Youth Award recipients. And hopefully, because sometimes we get bad news about young people, there's a lot of good news about the youth of this country. And I'm happy to share the podium with Ernest Winston, who is the Chief of Staff at CMS, and Ernest and I were just getting acquainted. He has two daughters, ages 4 and 7, reminded me that when we arrived in Charlotte, Little Rock, Arkansas, we were in kindergarten, 3rd and 4th grade. I just had my second graduate from college last weekend down in Fort Worth, Texas, and my youngest is going to be finishing high school. Enjoy every moment with it. It goes fast. Before we recognize our students, I just wanted to share a few thoughts with you about an ever-increasing subject that's drawn a lot of attention and controversy at most of our high schools around the country, and I just think it's worth mentioning because I think it sheds a special light on what these young people that we're introducing today have done. And I'm talking about the process of college admissions. Gene Braddock is sitting here shaking his head. I'm not going to go in detail, just a flavor of a few things to give you an appreciation for what our students and the schools are having to deal with. You know, 2 years ago, I went to Stanford University with a group of school heads across the country for a special program. We met with one of the associate directors of admission at Stanford. And who doesn't want to get a child into Stanford? It was interesting what they shared. At that time, the acceptance rate among Stanford freshmen was 6.1%. So 94 out of 100 kids who applied to Stanford didn't get in. And these are the cream of the crop. I mean, you know, kids that apply to Stanford are usually their valedictorians. And Stanford also touts itself as the most diverse university in the country. And it really is. It was a fabulous time in Palo Alto, but this admissions director told us that the parents of those students admitted at a rate of 6.1% were admitted at a 40% rate, and the grandparents at an 80% rate. Think about that, 2 generations from 80% to 6.1%. This year, the acceptance rate at Stanford is 5%. Harvard is about 5.1 or 5.2, but just to give you a flavor of that. A few years ago, I took an ethics, I teach a leadership class at school, took a class in ethics at Princeton. And I was told then that they turned away 300 students with perfect SAT scores, which as you used to be 1,600, now it's 2,400. A number of the most select colleges and universities, in addition to Stanford and the Ivies, are admitting less than 10% of their applicants, including Caltech, MIT, Claremont, the University of Chicago, and Vanderbilt now, to name but a few. This year, for example, Vanderbilt, one of the admissions representatives from Vanderbilt told us if our students didn't score 35 on the ACT, they might as well not apply. 36 is the perfect score, by the way. And I thought this was interesting because 4 years ago, we had a record 10 kids admitted to Vanderbilt from Charlotte. This year, we had 1. You imagine? We haven't changed. We haven't decreased anything, but 10 to 1. On the other hand, we got 8 out of 12 kids into Duke. Now that's not saying Duke is falling off the wayside. Duke is becoming the enlightened school of the area, and I'm proud of that fact, okay? Added to the increased pressure on these students, and their parents, might I add, is the fact that this year, more than 900,000 international students were enrolled in our colleges and universities. So there are fewer seats. That's not a political statement, it's just what it is. 100 of the most selected private and public universities have made a written commitment to increase socioeconomic diversity on campus, adding more competition for seats. You and I, who used to get into NC State, North Carolina, Duke, Davidson, whatever, many of us wouldn't get into that vote. Really wouldn't. It's changed that dramatically. And lastly, I want to say this, you're probably aware of the status of the U.S. News and World Report rankings. Well, let me just share with you what Adam Weinberg, president of Denison University, had to say about this flawed ranking system. I think U.S. News and World Report will go down as one of the most destructive things that ever happened to higher education. And I heard when I was at TCU for my son's graduation, I heard the president, wonderful fellow, just touting the fact that they're now 63rd out of whatever, out of U.S. News and World. If you have a child or a grandchild that is dealing with college admissions right now, we're trying to bring some sanity at our school to this topic. It's hard. Because applying to these most select schools is literally, as our college counselors say, it's a lottery. It's a lottery. and how you stand out, and some of the things the kids are doing to create a resume to stand out is really almost whimsical. But here's a book. I don't usually advertise books, but I'm going to. I don't get any royalties from this, by the way. Where You Go Is Not Who You'll Be. It's an antidote to the college admissions mania by Frank Bruni, who's by the head of the Moorhead Scholar at UNC. Marvelous book. I like it so much, and I'm also dealing with so many issues at our school over this, that I'm sending a copy of this to every parent of a rising junior or senior at our school this summer, along with a cover letter and a video of our college admissions season. It's a tough place out there, so just be aware of that with your children, grandchildren, and the young people that we're going to introduce today. Let me say to our students as we begin the introductions, we are so happy to have you here. We're so proud of you and your classmates. And I stand, this is my 35th year in independent education, I stand in awe of the young people today. Their creativity, their commitment to service, the things they do is extraordinary to me. Students, as you're called out, would you come down, and Ernest will give you a plaque. I'll do the same thing for our CMS students, and then if you would go to the microphone and just tell us where you're going to school and what you're planning to major in. And it's perfectly fine to be undecided about your major, okay? All right, let me begin. First, from Charlotte Catholic is Catherine Aaron Sands. Catherine's a member of the National Honor Society, the National Spanish Honor Society, the Youth Group Planning Committee, Girl Scouts of America. She's an acolyte and a peer minister and retreat leader. She's participated in the Governor's Page program, various mission trips. She's a year-round swimmer, by the way. Swims for the varsity team at Catholic and is on their varsity track and field. She's a Girl Scouts of America Bronze Award and Silver Award recipient and has done tremendous service, the Presidential Bronze Award for 150 plus hours of service and the Presidential Gold Award for 250 plus hours of service. Costa Rican mission trips, vacation Bible school, I can go on. It's an amazing young lady. Tell us, please, if you would, Catherine, where are you going to school?
I will be attending NC State in the fall and majoring in nutrition.
Congratulations. Thank you so much, Catherine. Our next recipient is Sydney Weaver from Charlotte Christian School. Sydney is a member of the National Honor Society for the past 3 years, has been in various honor bands, was a Harvard medal conqueror in 2013-14. She has participated in the swim team, varsity swim and track, is president of the Wind Ensemble at Charlotte Christian, Harvard Book Prize recipient in 2014, the Furman Scholars Award. She's magna cum laude in her honor roll, salutatorian of the class, and has done a number of mission trips. All these students, by the way, have done a remarkable amount of service, which when I was a high school senior, there was nothing on my resume about service work. And also has been a math tutor, but she's been involved in a number of mission trips for aid. Anyway, she's also employed at the Levine Jewish Community Center as a summer as a lifeguard. Would you please tell us, Sydney, where you're going to school and what if you know what you're going to major in?
I will be attending University of South Carolina and majoring in biomedical engineering.
Good for you. Congratulations. Our next recipient is Forrest Hamill from Charlotte Country Day School. Forrest is president of the Interact Club. He is first chair in the concert band. He has participated in Big Brothers, Big Sisters, a student admissions ambassador. He's played on the varsity football, basketball, and baseball teams. I don't know how you find the time to do all that. He is graduating cum laude. He's has been on the head of schools list for the past 3 years. He's an AP scholar. Has served on the Charlotte Country Day. They have a wonderful Special Olympics program there, and he's done that for the past 4 years. And he's been a mentor to Special Olympic athletes through the Big Brothers and Big Sisters program. Forrest, tell us about your college plans.
I will be attending UNC Chapel Hill next fall, and I'll be majoring in business.
Congratulations. Our next recipient is Tucker Hass from Charlotte Latin School. Tucker is a member of our technology club. He has served on the National Youth Cyber Defense Team. He participates, his passion is gymnastics. He's been a 5-time national qualifier and a member of the North Carolina Men's Elite Team. He has honors the Iron Cross Gymnastics Award, the Cum Laude Society, and AP Scholar with Distinction, National Merit Scholar, Yale Book Award recipient. And he's been very involved. He has a sister who has a rare childhood disease. And he and his family have been involved in a program, a nonprofit called Lexi's Voice. And his work there has been inspirational to all of us at Charlotte Latin School. He's president of that organization and has worked with a doctor to create a computer program that tracks the prevalence of this rare disease around the world via social media, news sites, and other sources found on the internet. We're proud of you. Dr. Please tell us where you're going to school, what you plan to major.
I'll be attending Stanford University and majoring in computer science.
Congratulations. From Providence Day School, John Jack Casper. Jack is a member of the Students of Service. He's on the Freedom School Team Board. I don't know if you know what Freedom School is. Providence Day has played a prominent role in that program. It's a marvelous, marvelous program throughout our city. He's on the Charger newspaper staff. He's a member of the Model UN. He's in Key Club, Science Olympiad. Beyond those organizations, he's played varsity soccer, varsity baseball. He's on the Charlotte Academy soccer team. Summer programs have taken him to Georgetown, Northwestern, Notre Dame. He's a member of the Cum Laude Society, the National Honor Society, National Spanish Honor Society, and his activities include, as I said, the Freedom School, the religious education teacher. You served that role at St. Gabe's, right? And the organizer of Take On Field Sports Day, and he's been involved in sports and service throughout the community. Tell us, Jack, where you're going to go to school and what you hope to major in.
Next year, I'll be attending the University of Notre Dame and studying economics and pre-med.
Congratulations. That takes care of me.
Good afternoon. When I sat down, I did not know that you all would require me to sing as well. I was talking to some of the fellows at church the other day, and they were extending an offer to join the men's course. So I think they may rescind that offer if any of them are here today. But thank you. It is an honor here to be here, President Zeiss. I see so many partners. Of course, the Rotary Club is a fabulous partner of Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools, and I see many other partners out here in the audience as well. So thank you all for what you do on behalf of our students, as well as our 9,000 teachers each and every day. We truly appreciate that. So now down to business. I have the privilege to recognize about a dozen of our students, and we're going to begin with Alana Hadley. Alana is a member of the National Honor Society, the National Art Honor Society, National Social Studies Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society. She has also been the recipient of the Chemistry Award at Archer-Kell. She's been an Athlete of the Week as well. As far as her service and volunteer opportunities, she's volunteered at the Speech Garden Institute, and she has a host of other volunteer credits under her name. Alana, congratulations, and if you can tell us what your college plans are.
I will be attending UNC Charlotte in the fall, and I will go into exercise science.
Oh, nice.
Next, I would like to ask Shelby Baker to come forward. Shelby is a student at David W. Butler High School. Shelby has a number of clubs and sports that she's participated in. Team captain of the varsity cross-country team, team captain of the varsity track and field team, promotions and marketing coordinator for Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and then also is regarding her service, she's the Timothy Project leader, which is a small group that she leads of middle school girls every Sunday morning. She's a church nursery volunteer, and she participates in 4-week-long church mission trips. Thank you, and congratulations, Shelby. If you'll tell us where you will be going.
I'll be attending Appalachian State University in the fall, and I plan on majoring in communication sciences and disorders. Thank you.
Next, we have Hannah Little, who's a student at East Mecklenburg High School. Hannah has participated in our student government at East Meck High School. Also served on the Board 9 Project Unity president. Also involved in the FCA and Athletes for Success. In terms of Hannah's service and community activities, she's been a participant with the Carolina Student Hunger Drive, president of Project Unity, a part of the Special Olympics football and volleyball volunteer, a trainer with SCBL, a member of the Carolina Fiber College Wood Bat Team, and also a basketball scorekeeper. Congratulations, Hannah, and if you'll tell us what your college plans are.
I plan on going to Western Carolina and majoring in athletic training.
Next, I would like to ask Wells Meekin to come forward. Wells is a member of the JV soccer, varsity lacrosse, and varsity golf teams. He's also a member of the National Honor Society at Hopewell, and has had a number of other volunteer opportunities. What really stood out to me when I was reading over your information was the fact that for many years, you said that you and your family have been saving aluminum box tops to donate to the, and I apologize, I forgot to, I turned my phone off, but I didn't turn the other one off. So I hope that's not the superintendent, right? But for years you talked about how your family has been saving the aluminum box tops to donate to the Ronald McDonald House in both North Carolina and Virginia, and you decided to take it just a step further and expand your collection by asking your friends, family members, co-workers, and others to also help save those box tops so that you could get them in the hands of the people who really need them. So thank you very much, and we congratulate you. If you could tell us what your college plans are.
I would just like to say thanks for this, and I will be attending East Carolina University, and I'll be majoring in business. Thank you.
Next up, we have Christina Faith McGee. If you would please come forward. Christina is a student at Independence High School. She's also a member of the National Technical Honor Society, as well as the National Honor Society. She's a member of Hickory Grove Christian Church, where she volunteers in the student ministry and the student worship team. She volunteers at Vacation Bible School, as well as on local missionary teams. She is a volunteer also with Alexander Youth Network, the Hickory Grove Christian School, as an after-school counselor and a day counselor, and she also coaches youth swimming. Congratulations, and if you please tell us what your school plans are.
I will be going to UNCC and I'm undecided.
So next, I would like to ask Gabriel Delgado, who's a student at Philip O'Berry Academy of Technology, to come forward. Gabriel is a varsity baseball player, which is a sport that he's played since his freshman year. He's also received the MVP award in varsity baseball last year. He's a volunteer for Know Your Why Summit as a community schools program. He's also a lifeguard and a pool leader at Ray's Splash Planet. He has supervisory responsibilities there. He's also a volunteer student leader with a Tree Day initiative on school campus. Congratulations, Gabriel, if you'll tell us what your school plans are.
I will be attending West Southern State University and majoring in business.
Next, I have the pleasure of introducing Antonia Adele Soja, and I know you will tell me if I mispronounced, did I butcher it? I got, oh, good, good. Antonia is a student at Myers Park High School. She's a member of the Key Club, the Mustang Ambassadors, which I just learned a little bit more about sitting on the dais today. Also a member of Clothes for Change leadership group, Outward Bound, IB Council, National Honor Society. Her service activities include work at the Children's Hospital, the main facility, the Key Club, Mustang Ambassadors, as well as Clothes for Change. She volunteers at the Levine Hospital in the the neonatal intensive care unit. I could go on and on, Antonio, but if you'll tell us what your college plans are.
I'm going to be at Chapel Hill this fall for biology.
Congratulations to you. We also want to bring forth Caroline Bowen, who's a student at Providence High School. Caroline. And congratulations to you as well. Caroline is an executive board member of the Student Council at Providence. She's also the secretary of the Key Club, a member of the German Club, also a cheerleader and a member of the youth group. She's a Presidential Service Award winner, also a winner of the Elon Teaching Fellows recipient and the National Youth Leadership Conference delegate. Her service activities include the YMCA camp, the Allegro Foundation, the Sun Servants Mission Trip in Jamaica, and then she also founded Shoes for Kids, which collected 420 pairs of shoes for an orphanage in Jamaica. Congratulations.
I will be attending Elon University in fall and majoring in elementary education.
Next up, I would like to ask Elisa Cunningham to come forward. Elisa is a student at Renaissance School at Olympic. And we say Renaissance School at Olympic. For those of you all who are not familiar, we have 5 small schools that make up the Olympic campus. Just a little bit about Lisa's list of activities and honors. She's a member of the National Honor Society, Junior Achievement, the JROTC Academic Bowl Captain. She also participates on the volleyball team, Junior Achievement, and was the captain of the JROTC Academic Bowl. She also is a tutor at Kuhlman Math and Reading, CFF Breakfast, Camp Care, 5K Run, also has been involved with Hit the Brits 5K Run, Jingle Bell 5K Run, Blood Drives, is also a lifeguard, a participant in the Veterans Day Parade. When do you get any schoolwork done? Congratulations, Elisa. You can tell her what your college plans are.
I'll be at UNC Chapel Hill next fall to major in dental hygiene and also go into U.S. Naval ROTC.
I now have the pleasure of introducing Alessandra Aguilera, who's a student at South Mecklenburg High School. She's a member of HOSA, which is Health Occupations for Student Association, the Sabre Student Ambassador, also a member of the Interact Club National Honor Society, as well as the National Math, Science, and Honor Society. Her service accomplishments include summer research internship that she did at Meredith College. She's also a volunteer at Scaly Art Library. And then she also is has participated in the Promising Pages program. If you will tell us, Alessandra, what your college plans are, congratulations to you.
I will be attending University of California at Berkeley in the fall and majoring in chemical biology.
President Zeiss has informed me that I have just a few minutes, so I will make it brief, so thank you. Next up, we have Grace DeSana, who's a student at William Amos Huff High School. Grace, you are very well accomplished, a member of the Art National Honor Society and president of the Science National Honor Society. Your service accomplishments include a member of the Key Club, Habitat for Humanity, Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce Junior Leadership Program. You're also a tutor for elementary, middle, and high school students, and you're a dancer at the nursing home and at annual programs there. Congratulations to you, and tell us where you plan to attend school.
I'm going to go to UNC Chapel Hill and major in biology.
Next up is Jalil Pack, who's a student at West Mecklenburg High School. Jalil is a member of the Executive Council, Right Moves, as well as a member of the marching band. His service and community activities include being a Christmas greeter or caroling for the elderly, feeding the homeless, toy drives at Greater Mount Sinai Baptist Church. And so congratulations to you, Jalil, and please tell us where your college plans will lead you.
I'll be attending Catawba College in the fall, and I'll be majoring in broadcast communications and music.
So if we could have all of our award recipients come to the front for a photo. If you could do that, do we want to do that now?
Right after the program.
Right after the program. And again, thank you for this opportunity and privilege to recognize our hardworking students. Thank you, President Zeiss.
Thank you, Ernest, and thank you, Arch. You both could be on radio. You sounded great.